Ready, hot!
Things just weren't in sync. That makes it sound like that you feel like just more work and things will get a lot better as you go into the run. Is that how you feel?
Yeah, that's how I felt. Just things. Everyone was just a little off. And when everyone's a little off, it looks pretty bad out there. But we'll get better and we'll move on down the road.
Do you look back at preparation and say, yeah, now that I think about it, we didn't practice that well, or was it a shock to you that everybody was a little bit off?
I thought we actually practiced pretty decently. We just had, like I said, we were just not on the same page. It's just one of those things.
How much of just a lot of it just practice, but the game's different? It's just different than practice.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things that go on in a game. Got a lot of younger guys playing, and we haven't played all year. This is our first game back. And so we had a little. We just weren't in sync, and I think that just comes with time and practice, and also playing in games.
Landry, can you talk about the preparation leading up to a game during game week? And I know, talking to offensive coordinators in the past, you've been here to see Sam start out a game going like 17, 18 straight completions. Do you meet with Josh Heupel and talk about what you like, what plays you like during the week, what you feel is working in practice? Can you just talk about that process?
Yeah, we talk about plays before the game and what we like, and just different sort of things like that. So yeah, we'll definitely talk about plays before we go out there.
I guess that's planning it in a perfect world. Is it just kind of right now with everybody trying to do their job all at the same time, just make it more difficult to? I know Kenny said you were limited in what you wanted to do as well, in terms of how many plays you want to run. Is that kind of right now, kind of keep it simple to the point you maybe can't do everything you want to do?
No, we had a game plan, and we just didn't go out there and execute what we wanted to do. It's kind of just we just weren't on sync, and we had a good game plan. We just didn't go out there and play well.
In many ways, because you had so many different guys. You had two new receivers, you had a different running back, two new offensive linemen. Could you expect a little bit of being out of sync a little bit, or are you such a perfectionist maybe that you expected everybody to be right on anyway?
Well, you obviously expect everybody to be right on. You expect to play well. You expect to do all these different things, but sometimes it just doesn't work like that, So you can expect one thing, and then you got to go out there and play. That's why we play. That's why you go out there. And at the end of the day, we won the game. So we're 1-0, and we still got a chance to go after this thing.
The play, the first touchdown to Kenny Stills, is that a good example of you guys kind of being, as he kept working to get open, you were obviously looking for somebody to find him, that you guys kind of get a connection a little bit?
Yeah, that was just a good play by Kenny. Kept running his route and kept rolling down the sideline.
A lot of people were impressed with your mobility. It looked a lot different. Can you address that? I know you worked on that some of the offseason.
Yeah, just working on it, and you prepare and you work on different things, and in the game it definitely pays off. So working on that mobility, working on moving and throwing on the run, different things like that definitely helped me out on Saturday.
How did you feel you did with it?
I thought I did okay. Missed some throws still, moving on the run, but I thought I moved around a lot better than I have been in the past.
Did you start a different training regimen? Did you start doing different types of workouts?
No, just made that a point of focus for me in the off season. That was one thing that I really wanted to get better at.
Well, in what way? Is it a willingness to move around, or is it just making yourself? I don't know. I'm wondering how you make yourself move around more to your betterment. I don't know. How do you approach it?
You just make it a point. You're like, okay, I'm going to get better at this, and then you go out there, and every throw you make, you move around and you throw. So
in the past, did you have a tendency to just sit in the pocket, and is it a judgment thing, or is it?
It's more of a feel thing. You feel guys around you, and you move off of them, and you move to open space.
What was it like watching the film? You do it, but then you see yourself on film. Did you feel like you looked a lot quicker? And
For sure, yeah. Looked a lot quicker. It was more natural, more fluid. Transition into throws with moving, and just looked quicker when I was moving out there.
that play you hit Kenny Stills on the 68-yard touchdown. Is that a play that you could make last year, given the difference in footwork?
Yeah, I think I could have made that play last year. I mean, I kind of just looked at him, and he was running down the sideline, and you play catch, you know.
Maybe not the play to Dom where he dropped it, where he was.
Right, maybe not that one. Yeah, I can see that one where I have to step up and then flush out. Definitely, I think that working in the offseason, that play paid off for me for sure.
Was that a wheel route that Kenny ran, or was that an ad lib where he just saw you buying time?
No, he was running a wheel down the sideline. You know, at first I was
your first read, obviously.
No. At first I was looking at Trey for the comeback and was actually going to go to my tailback and just saw Kenny one-on-one. And I kind of put it out there for him.
You said you meet with Coach Heupel when you go over plays that you like or you don't like, things like that. Do you do the same thing with your receivers? Do you meet with them and say, or do they come to you? I'm sure they always say they're open, right?
Well, every receiver thinks he's open, but we'll just go over some things. You know, met with Kenny and Justin on Thursday, just go over third downs, and then with Trey, we just went through the game plan, what I was thinking and where I was going with the ball.
Who talks to you most after the huddle breaks before you snap the ball? Does someone always want to try to get your attention? Anything like that? Does that ever come up?
No, I mean, we're not in the huddle, so we're on the line, and once the plays.
Someone might yell at you and say, do something or other.
In the second half, you went downfield more. Was that something that you discussed at halftime?
A little bit. Their safeties were playing pretty flat on our run game, so we thought we can maybe get a post over the top of them. So that's what we kind of talked about at halftime.
I was going to ask you kind of just the opposite. It seemed like you went to a quick game there early in the second half. Is that accurate? I know you went to Justin kind of early. It just looked like the ball was getting out of your hands quickly.
Yeah, you know, it was just difference in the game plan. You know, we had talked about going over the top with some posts, with the safeties playing a little flatter, and then corners were playing soft, so we're going to take some easy ones as well. So it's kind of just the flow of the game and how things kind of worked out.
When I look at your schedule, you've got what you've got coming up. You've got a very good Kansas State team coming here. I think you're at Tech in Texas, and it just seems. So, do you feel a lot of pressure for this team to really play well on Saturday, just to have a jumping off point to the conference season? It comes very fast.
No, I mean, I think we just got to get better each week. Sure, we want to play well on Saturday. We want to put up a lot of points. We want to play well as an offense. But if it doesn't go like that, at the end of the day, we're looking for wins. We're looking to win the game, you know. And so, yes, we want to get better. We want to do all these different kind of things. But on Saturday, you got to cut it loose and play. And we're out there for wins.
Landry, do you think the game could have turned out completely different if the play hadn't been called back, the way you hit Kenny inside the 5-yard line? You probably bring in the bulldozer and punch it in, and that's 2 straight possessions where you guys scored 14 points, and it seems like you could get it rolling from there.
Yeah, you know, it could have been different the other way too. If they would have made field goals, you know, you never know what's going to happen in a game, you know. So I think it could have gone.
But I guess
either
I'd
way.
say, is the margin just sometimes that narrow?
Oh,
That
absolutely.
one thing,
It's
little
one or two plays that break a game wide open. You know, a play like that. Yeah, Dom thought he had to chop that guy. He's coming free, and then unfortunately Adam was already touching him as well. So it's just one of those things that kind of happen. And fortunate enough for us, we overcame it and started playing better football after that, and eventually got it going a little bit in the fourth quarter.
Can you talk about the slot position and how you felt that went, because you and Ryan were on such the same page, how it went with Kenny, and I guess Sterling wasn't a factor and Roy wasn't a factor, but just overall?
I thought it went pretty good. You know, just like with everything else, we're just a little off. You know, on that over route to Kenny, he gets tangled up a little bit, and it just happens. You know, games like this happen, and we got to look at it as just the next game and go into Saturday with our new game plan and focus on that one.
Landry, talk about getting better, but against a team coming from a lower division, is there a challenge there? Just, you guys are going to watch the film, you're going to see this is a team that has less scholarships than you guys, you know, not as big, not as fast. Is there a challenge in trying to get ready to play against a team like that?
It can be challenging if you let it be challenging, but like I said, every team has a chance to beat anybody. You know, you look at Michigan in the Appalachian State game. Everybody was saying, "Oh, Michigan's going to blow them out," and looking for the next game. Then, you know, they get beat. You know, so anybody can beat anybody, and we're out to prepare and we're out to get better, and we're out to compete on Saturday.
Landry, what are your thoughts on Blake Bell? I mean, 3rd and short, and he converts, and you get to come back out again.
That's great. You know, getting a first down, and we're playing again. You know, so whatever gets us to the next first down, that's what we're kind of going to do.
Anything else? Yeah, one more. Landry, a lot of UTEP players are going down with cramps, which obviously stops the clock a lot. Does that have any impact on the sinking of the offense a little bit? I mean, when you guys were playing tempo, you guys moved the ball pretty good.
Yeah, you know, it's just a part of the game. We're going to play up tempo, we're going to play fast, and we've got to be in great shape. And so I think our guys did a great job of hydrating, doing all sorts of stuff like that. And then I don't know if it necessarily threw us off or anything like that, but it might have slowed us down a little bit.
Last question. You get Geno back, Coach said. What does that do to you as a quarterback with him at tight end?
It just gives us another guy. You know, Geno's been great through fall camp, and you know, him and Taylor and Moose have done a really good job. And you know, we're going to use all of them a little differently, I think, throughout the week. You know, I'm excited to have Geno back and give us more options out there in the passing game.
Okay.